Peace and blessings, everyone. I want to come on here and I want to talk about the semen retention and how it plays a role with in terms of spiritually, especially with our chakras, because because it's beneficial for both men and women, especially the men. I want to talk about the men because I'm a man. Um, when we tend to manage our own sex drive, and we don't ejaculate as much, what can happen is that as time goes along, we can, I say, from 90 to 100 days, and maybe even 120, it's like your body gonna tend to feel warm, because when the sperm count end up building, generating, especially if you drink a lot of water, eating healthy foods and stuff like that, what happened is that and a lot of vitamin D and stuff, C and vitamin D and stuff, what end up happening is that the because it strengthens our libido. We tend to gain our sleep back as time goes along, because when you ejaculate so much, you tend to lose sleep. You tend to lose sleep. You tend to experience brain fog, like it become cloudy. Even though you got to have sex, so you got to release at some point. But who in the world want to have more sex? But um, as time goes along, that builds. It's like it's gonna provide that pressure. This put me in the mind of it puts me in the mind of in the tarot deck. It put me in the mind of the chariot. It put me in the mind of a chariot, whereas you're gonna need fluid to go in a body to help run cause Cancer represents the body, the soul, and the body. The body of a car, in a way, like a car. And then you're gonna need fluid, and Sagittarius is part of that card, and it represents that firepower and the equipment that help provide that firepower. And when they combine together, that's why it's Cancer Sagittarius form quick. That's why they're quincunx. They're two different energies, and when you combine, they're gonna create something profound. And so it's like that. It's more so like our body's made up of mostly water, but then of course we got our brains that that even help connects to it, especially through the spinal cord. But as our sperm count builds up as time goes along, what happens is that not only we will gain sleep, we'll become more confident, because with the chakras are like wheels. The chakras are like wheels, and when you feel that heat is basically pressure. That's what it is. It's being pressurized down there, and so when you feel that heat, it's pretty much you can feel that pressure. You're gonna, as time goes along, you're gonna feel yourself becoming more confident. The chakras itself it represents the different state of consciousness, meaning that you don't want to just only be working out of your root chakra, because when you working out of your root chakra, you pretty much, and you're not connected with your other chakras. Guess what? You're gonna be on a different state of consciousness. Not only that, but you're gonna be chasing after thing what you subconsciously what you're gonna be chasing after, what your subconscious project is what it is. Hey, but you're not being aware of. You get what I'm saying in that sense, because that can even bring up like anxiety. That can bring up like not being grounded to this reality. That can even bring a sense of narcissism. When you just working out the root chakra itself, because narcissism it connects with it's associated with the root chakra. If like if you're just working out the root chakra itself, the root chakra starts from like our private part, and then it starts from on down to our feet. It goes on down to our feet, and as time goes along, when the chakras become balanced. That's why it's important to get energy clears and spiritual cleanses and stuff. As the chakras, as time goes along, you're starting to, as each chakra activates, starting from the root chakra on up, as each chakra activates, you're going to experience different states of consciousness. And it's going to elevate, you're going to experience different states of consciousness. Like, you're going to experience different states of consciousness. And you're going to become more confident. You'll gain more better sense of self, of who you are. You won't be going against your own energies. You know, now don't get me wrong, you cannot hold it in forever because you got to have sex at some point, you know, or you're going to want to have sex at some point, you know, you don't want to have a boring sex. But, you know, you're going to, it's like, you're going to be, it's like you're going to get in touch more with who you are, and anything that was blocked off from you spiritually, you're going to access that. You're going to access that. Things you didn't know, things you weren't aware of, because you're in a different state of consciousness. But but you're going to elevate as those chakras get activated. You're going to elevate more. You're going to continue to elevate more. But it starts with the root. And it starts by finding that balance. It starts by caring for your body. It starts by finding that balance. You'll take back your throne. You'll take back your throne. Your sun. Your sun is who you are. Your sun in your birth chart, that's who you are. That's your foundation. And you, at each of those placements, you go through lessons in life. And the houses that, with the trains, you go through lessons in life that's going to help you become whole with that, with whatever your sun sign is. That's your identity. That's your foundation. That's your throne. That's what that is. So you'll have a sense of who you are. Instead of you going against your own, energies, you be going to flow your own energies. So when you go against your own energies, you'll end up running into roadblocks. And you'll be powerless. So that's why I wanted to come on and talk about. That's why it's important to keep your spirit, you got a spiritual cleanse or energy clearing done. And that's why it's important to, like from a shaman, somebody who's well trained. Cause as time goes, cause see, when your chakras connect, of course your aura is going to become stronger, and especially when your chakras become aligned. Because when you ejaculate so much, that means your chakras is out of alignment. Other symptoms you may end up experiencing, like you may have a hard time managing your appetite. Like you may tend to eat a lot and have a hard time managing your appetite. You know, have a hard time controlling your sex drive. So that's why it's important to manage your sex drive. That's why it's important. And that's why it's important to get those energy clearings done and spiritual cleansings. Like I said, if you all want to know who does energy clears, I know somebody who does. It's a professional. And if you want to know that further information, if you're interested in getting energy clearing done, just inbox me at King of Wands Underwear Man Cave at AOL.com, and I got you. I will inbox you. I will email you the information. He's a professional. It's not just some random person that does it. You know, there is a professional, and it's worth it. And he's not much. And it's not much. It's affordable, very affordable. And you're gonna feel the effects. as time goes. You're gonna definitely feel the effects, and even more effects as time goes along. And then also it help you when you does that. Also when you does that, in terms of your chakras being connected, it's gonna help you have a sense of purpose too. A sense of your own purpose. You know, you'll have a sense of your own purpose because you got to know yourself, and then you'll be able to tend to reevaluate in life what you want and all that, and you'll see your own habits. You'll be able to look back on your own experience and see your fault in it because you was operating in a different state of consciousness at the time. I know people talk about with Saturn, and Saturn, how it, when it transits, it causes restriction. Yeah, restriction to your own self-imposed limitations and restrictions. It heightens that. My advice to people, I say definitely keep it in line when they're coming toward the Saturn return or something. But it heightens those self-imposed limitations, restrictions, and habits. That's why they feel restricted. When Saturn come on your natal Saturn, your universe, versus your inverse, it heightens those restrictions, self-imposed limitations, restrictions, whatever is karmically related, especially depending on what state of consciousness you are. Saturn even rules the third dimensional state of consciousness. That what goes on here. And we even see it reflect back to us even in the practical reality here. Just like Pluto on the other hand, Pluto is the executioner. Pluto represents, Pluto is the sign that comes after Libra. Libra represents balance, but Pluto represents Pluto represents, it represents execution. Even though Saturn is the karmic judge, but Pluto represents executioner. Pluto represents execution, the executioner, meaning that it will teach us that we are to provide that karmic balance. It's our place to provide that balance, or we are to provide that karmic balance, or we are to, whatever experience, what we take from experience, learn from it, we can use that, transmute that, and we can use that. That's another way of execution, providing karma and that karmic balance. But this I want to come on and talk about. Till next time, peace and blessings.